Guten Tag, this is Gustav Wilhelm here for the Cultured Swine podcast. Yeah, I'm so excited to be a part of this podcast that I am getting all giddy inside like a little girl. So yeah, this reminds me of back in the old days when we used to play swine in the Doomhafer. Whoever was first to get the swine into the Doomhafer got to be the honorary bratwurst for the whole day. It's always fun being the bratwurst, and you know what they say. Once you try brat, you like it a lot. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce the Cultured Swine podcast. Ja, there it is. Here we are, Liebchen. We are here with the Ryan from the verse.
It's nice to have the spokesperson for the verse do the intro for that.
Yeah.
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 All right. It is Cultured Swine. We've got the man, the myth, the legend. He's here.
The enigma.
Enigma wrapped in a mystery, smothered in secret sauce. Ryan Torgerson of the Northside Torgersons.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What up?
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. How'd you like that Gustav Wilhelm intro?
I love it. Yeah, that's a good one.
So, anybody out there listening that doesn't know, Ryan, all three of us used to work together at a radio station that shall remain nameless due to their litigious nature. I don't want to get
We just
sued.
did a thing. What do you call that thing? You do the thing so they don't
Huh?
hear you. The thing, the Catholic thing with the cross on the face and the. When you say
So
something
anyway.
that shall remain nameless, oh, for Pete's sake.
Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Killing
there-
it already. Ash Wednesday.
we shall not invoke their name. Is that what you're trying
It
to
is
say?
what I was going for. I feel like you know.
I don't.
Do you though?
You're talking about crossing yourself and not, like, you don't want to say Candyman 3 times.
Right. Yes, exactly. Like that.
Otherwise, a large opera singer will appear.
Ellen.
Yeah. No, the three of us used to work together at the place, and we used to brainstorm a lot. And Ryan had a client that, we could say who it was. It was Steinhaus over on J Street.
Yeah.
And he wanted something different, so we brainstormed this Gustav Wilhelm character that kind of took on a life of its own. Remember when you had him on for Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
And we did. They did the Wisdom live show from the beer garden on Oktoberfest, and this is a show that starts at 6 a.m, and we would do all 6 stations had a thing, live broadcast, and we'd started drinking well before 6 a.m. on Oktoberfest, as one does.
Yeah.
And we made it over there to Steinhaus probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And Hayes probably had a beer in his hand, but he wasn't drunk. I was annihilated. We had stopped at many places on the way there, and Hayes made the classic blunder of handing me the microphone live.
You never let go.
Nope.
Never let go.
That was the funniest. That was. I wish I had a better. I have a video of that somewhere, but I have. It was one of the funniest, because just seeing the uncomfort develop in his eyes as he slowly. He didn't know what the hell was going on, because I don't think he even knew about the ads, the Gustav Wilhelm ads or whatever. Because
Right.
he's like, "So Gus, come on over. Why don't you tell us how you think?" Yeah, you silly boy. Come along, Michael. I was calling him Michael, and he said, "So, yeah, so." And he set me up so perfect, and I don't think he realized. He goes, so you can stick around for the bratwurst eating contest? Like, oh, you would like that, wouldn't you, you naughty little man? And he's trying to take the microphone away from me.
Did you actually stick around for the brat thing? Because I wasn't there, actually, that
Fuck
year.
no, I left.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was dead in there.
Bro. Yeah.
It all gets cleared up.
It only cost him $800 to do it. It's a fucking steal.
I think if
all the
counting all the
conservative talk radio listeners flocking.
oh yeah,
into the
to Steinhaus to listen to a gay Eurotrash spokesperson talk about eating bratwurst. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, counting the radio people, there was probably like 9 people total in the vicinity of the bar, not even inside, but like outside, and yeah, I think just the people walking by.
I always felt terrible, like when that shit would happen, and you know, try to sell something good, and you're like, yeah, no, it's gonna work out good for you. I
did too,
promise.
man.
I assure you.
I'm telling you, man, you'll have tons of people here. How did it go? It sucked.
This chance to win a $15,000 bike is going to get people all the way to Lansing. I assure you. Believe me.
Jesus. Did you hear? Have you listened to any of the podcasts yet?
I haven't had a chance.
I have. I'll play it for you later. There's I made a spoof spot for. God. Well, I mean, anybody wants to hear it. It was a WCRK, The Croc.
The Croc.
Talking about the morning madness with Ryan and Jane. And I said something like, stick around for the not at all racist game. What did Miguel say? Arriba. It was like win free tacos or something. It was just fucking awful.
Oh, shit. For Taco Bell or something?
No, I just you can win free tacos.
We can try and sell that later.
Yeah. So how was your night, man? You had last night was Halloween, All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, it was
look,
good.
Dan, I'm crossing myself when I say that.
Okay.
How do you like
We
that?
don't know what it's called yet. But
It's called genuflecting.
is it?
That's what that's called.
Okay.
Now you know.
We can do a deep dive into that later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you still got the Freddie Krueger. What was it?
It was Freddie Mercury Krueger.
Yeah.
Or Freddie Krueger Mercury. It really didn't
Either way,
matter.
depends on what the European version is. Freddie Mercury Krueger.
Right.
That's how they hyphenate over there. I don't know.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a costume contest tonight at a different bar, so
You need to.
fucking go do that.
Who won your costume contest, or what were they?
Dude had a solid Mad Hatter.
Nice.
Nice.
From the newer Alice in Wonderland.
Johnny Depp,
Yep.
Mad Hatter. All right.
Yeah, he did good. And then I kind of fucked up because they were like, it's Mad Hatter wins, and then I didn't fight.
Did you pull a Steve Harvey?
No. Oh, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Said the wrong one. And then it was the principal from Matilda.
Oh yeah.
The movie.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, so the
no.
the chick
He wasn't the
No, it was
principal.
some lady,
Yeah.
and she won second place, and then or she won third place, and then I guess I was supposed to give second place to somebody else. I just fucked the whole thing up and gave it to some chick that was like Beetlejuice, and she's like, "But I'm not Beetlejuice." I'm like, "Oh, looks good anyway."
Shut up, you're Beetlejuice now. I've been drinking.
Here's $15 to the bar.
Fistful of drink chips.
Yeah, I should have did that. Yeah, it was good. Jesse Gomez was there doing karaoke.
Of course.
It's funny karaoke shit because like, damn, dude, there's people that just suck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for
Which
real.
is kind of like good, but the problem is they keep going up and doing it
Oh,
more
they
and
love
more
it.
and more and
Love
more,
it.
and like one guy just straight up sounds deaf.
Dude, I do some pretty good karaoke from time to time, and I used to do it a lot. But one time, when I was in the Navy, we would go to Vegas a lot, and it was Operation Red Flag. We'd go there. It was a multinational exercise. Anyway, we'd stay across from this hotel that had nightly karaoke, and it was just off the strip where they had. We were near the Rio where they did Tony and Tina's wedding. So after that show, all the Broadway performers would show up to do karaoke at the karaoke bar. And these are professional singers. And so there's a room full of like gay Broadway people, room full of sailors, and then all the degenerate gamblers and everything that are just there to feed whatever demons they have. So I remember one night I got so drunk I came out of a blackout standing on stage trying to sing. I think it was like Living on a Prayer or something. It was like And like
Who's
seriously,
gotta
like
own this
how the
now?
hell did I get up here?
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
like the whole crowd, like I'm trying to stumble through words. Oh, that was kind of my. Okay, man, I'm gonna get off the sauce for a little bit.
Oh.
That's what Vegas does, man.
Well, you spent time in Japan, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over there, karaoke bars are just called bars.
Okay.
They usually have a machine on the end of the bar that you just put in
They
like
don't have to have,
100
like,
yen.
special colored door to.
No, they all had them. And you just had to go but you pay for it there. You put in 100 yen, which is like $1 or whatever. You drop it in the machine, and all the TVs light up. Oh, here's your song, and now you. It's like you just hold your hand out, and the mic appears. Well, since my baby left me, it's just like that.
But is lyrics in English?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, you have to. You have when you choose, it'll tell you.
Oh, you have an option.
I've had that problem one time. I was at this little bar. We ran into these drunk Japanese business guys, and just kind of tagged along, because there's certain bars you can't go into as a gaijin or white guy, unless you're invited in.
Oh.
And so these Japanese guys, they come rolling out of this car, and me and this other guy were like, hey, and they were like all happy, and it's just shit faced, and they grab us and like they just whisk us into this little bar, and the bar was about the size of this room, which is what, maybe
Palatial.
it's palatial.
Yes.
Like 20 by 10. It's a tiny bar, and everybody's just packed in. And I knew the song, and I can't remember what it was, but the long and short of it was that I could sing the song without the lyrics. So I put it in, and the song comes up, and all the lyrics are in kanji, the script. And my friend I was with, Russell, he was so drunk, he thought I was reading and it's not like I was singing some abstract song. It was probably like Rock Lobster or something like that. It was something dumb.
Right.
And he was like, bro, you were in the song. You like the karaoke gods came and got you and took you to a different place, man. And I'm like, yeah, dude, they did. They totally did. How did you read that? I was like, I don't know. It just came to me. I can't,
Just started
when it
making
lines up.
sense.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the highlights last night is the handle on the bathroom door on the guy's door got broke,
Mhm.
so like it wouldn't work. So I don't know how long, probably for like a solid 10 minutes. Because, there's music going. You can't hear this dude knocking and screaming on the door.
He got locked
Help!
inside?
Yeah, he was locked inside. And it was
He didn't have a phone on him?
No, it was sitting at the bar. He just like,
The one time
I'm going to
you
go
don't
and
take
take
your
a piss. And then he goes in. And so and then it finally somebody was going to the bathroom, and they came and got me like, hey, man, the bathroom door's stuck. And there's somebody in there screaming, and he can't get out, So all of a sudden he's I'm like, well, what do you got? You just see his credit card. He goes, try using my credit card, sliding that through the side there.
What is it? Jason Bourne came to the door?
Yeah, I don't know. We had to
Stand back, sir. I'm going to pick the lock.
We had to use a butter knife to get him out.
Like in Back to the Future? Did he cut his hand then, and Marty McFly was first to take over on lead guitar?
Oh, yeah. That new sound you're looking for?
Yeah.
Nice life jacket.
Yeah. What, hey, kid, would you just jump ship?
Yeah. This dork thinks he's going to drown. All those 80s movies that we grew up watching, they totally prepared me for something that never really happened. Like that there was going to be a clique of bullies that were like prepared to literally murder you. Like,
right.
They think about Back to the Future when Biff gets him on in front of his car on the skateboard, and he sees the shit truck, and Marty's in the front of and he guns it. He starts gunning it to like 70 miles an hour in this giant Buick. I'm gonna ram him.
Yeah, what's he gonna
like,
do?
wait, so you're gonna murder him?
Yeah.
Is what you're gonna do?
No, he's just gonna hurt him real bad.
Yeah.
He's just gonna.
He's gonna cripple him.
He's gonna
crush his pelvis and cripple him for life. That'll teach him.
Over like the stupidest shit too.
Yeah, because he told George McFly never to come into the diner again.
Yeah.
And then later, of course, he attempts to rape Lorraine in the car.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
So anyway, it's all those 80s movies.
Shut up, Lorraine.
Yeah. Because what does he say? Because I got what you need. Or you like what I got, and I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this guy's a sociopath and a rapist.
All wrapped up into a nice comedy.
Yeah, well, family. Actually, John Mulaney does a whole bit on that on his latest stand-up. He's talking about that when they're pitching it to the studio. Like, no, it's a so bear with me. It's a story about a kid that goes back in time and tries to fuck his mom. Wait, what? Yeah, it's a real family comedy. But then the handyman who ends up being the handyman tries to rape her.
Yeah.
A comedy.
They should go back. You know how they did the Cobra Kai?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so the other side of that with Johnny, how he turned out, they should go back and make, like, Biff.
He's got, like, just total drinking problem.
Oh.
He goes and waxes the cars during the day, and then at night he's into, like, weird S&M.
Yeah.
He's still trying to gamble, but he doesn't have the book anymore, so he's just heartbroken.
He just sits in his living room and puts clothespins on his nipples so he can feel something after being
Time caught up with
emasculated.
me.
Yeah, but technically, I think, isn't the book is out of date now?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
time caught up with him.
You know what I just saw this morning? As of today, we are in Blade Runner. The first Blade Runner started November 1st, 2019. So you drove over in your floating car, I assume.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and the replicants are out on Mars.
Yep.
It's all just instantly.
Yeah, it's here. The future is now.
Yeah. It's really
Instead,
nothing like...
Nothing.
Instead, the headlines overnight have changed from the president to Florida man in the Oval Office.
Florida man in Oval Office.
Yeah.
Changed his residence, so now we can just say Florida man.
Which is crazy because when you think about it, like all these movies that, I mean, if they can think about shit and they can make it in a movie, how do we not have half of this stuff?
I don't know. Resources, capitalism. I don't know.
Trump.
Yeah, Trump. Who knows?
Speaking of capitalism and government intermingled, we're going to illustrate the parking issues in La Crosse by the fact that I am going to step away from this microphone for about 10 minutes
Oh, you never
to go
moved
move
your
my
car.
car. Yeah, I never
Do you have
did.
your keys?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you two to it.
I mean,
You
the
can-
office
You
keys.
can opine about. I have all of those.
Okay.
things.
All right.
Yeah, you can opine about this, and I'm going to go not
All right.
get a
A
$40
ticket.
ticket for being
Okay.
stationary.
Bye, Felicia. That's it. I love that scene in Tombstone. I just want you to know this is it. It's over. Curly Bill looks at him. Well, bye.
Bye. That's funny.
Uh,
Yeah, they paint it out like Wide Earth was so good. Well, so what? His wife has like a massive pain pill addiction.
opium.
Yeah, hope she's like totally whacked out all the time, and then this motherfucker goes out horseback riding with some other chick,
Just banging
bangs her on the hill.
the actress. It's like the classic. He runs off with the younger model. But to be fair, I think everybody back then was into opium. It's like, oh my God, I stubbed my toe. Boy, you get in there, get your opium.
Go get some opium.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze. Opium.
Opium.
What do you want for dinner? Opium.
Well, you gotta have something else. All right, I'll have some of that cocaine.
Yeah, right. Did they have cocaine back
Oh
then?
yeah, I saw this picture of like an old timey like something you would buy in a pharmacy, whatever they called them back then, apothecary probably. But it was like all the ingredients list. It was like the ultimate speedball, and you could just buy it. It was like 5% laudanum opium, 20% cocaine, 24% THC, and then like oil of newt or something, just as a thing. But yeah, that's like a real deal that and it was like Dr. Dr. Smitherworth's cure all pain. No shit.
No shit.
It was like they were just rolling on X all the time back then.
Yeah.
Ecstasy ain't new.
And they weren't cutting that shit up
no.
like with laxative and shit.
Well, it's like it was like somebody, they go down to Chinatown to get the opium and the yayo. I don't know. I was thinking about what you said about the guy trapped in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Imagine that would be like a good like sketch. kind of like I did the Gustav Wilhelm thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've been trying to get better at, is just making funny little things, because I grew up listening to comedy albums.
Yeah, me too.
Like George Carlin and stuff, but even better yet with like the Cheech and Chong, where they would do the skits.
Yeah.
And that's why I like listen to like rap music in the 90s, because they would do the skits in between.
Right,
you know,
like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Sure.
The $20 sack pyramid on the Chronic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things Tim Dog would say. Step to me, let me suck your dick. But, they do those sketches in there. But anyway, they that would be a funny sketch. The guy he's going descending into madness in the bathroom of a Northside bar. Well, it's been 20 minutes now, and I fear they've left me.
Yeah, right.
You hear the music and it faded out from the background.
Well, the problem is he didn't have his drink either. So now you're sitting there, no drink.
Yeah. Maybe I wonder. Maybe there's an opportunity here to capitalize on that. Like have like an emergency button now, and
a red light on the outside.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Yeah. Hey, I'm stuck in the bathroom again. And so that light means not only do you need to come unlock me, but bring a drink with you.
Yeah.
For my inconvenience.
Just put a little fridge in there.
There you go. With plenty of opium.
Yeah, tons of it. You won't even notice. You won't care that you're locked in.
Right.
In fact, you go get locked in just for fun.
The emergency opium supply.
Yeah.
I was trying to think earlier what we could do to kind of make this fun. Because it seemed like every time we would brainstorm back at the place, it just one thing led to another, and we always remember. God, we were talking about the guy jumping out the window, and he's a paraplegic, quadriplegic, and then he goes out still trying to sell.
Yeah.
He's out in his wheelchair with the Stephen Hawking thing.
Yeah.
Has anybody told you about our systematic solution?
So when I hear you saying this. Oh, man. Can't get the sale. He just speeds up.
Yeah.
Out the window he goes. That's funny.
Well, we were laughing because neither of us had made a sale in like 2 months. And we're like, God damn it, I'm just going to go jump out that fucking window. But then I'm going to have to come back tomorrow in my wheelchair.
With a broken collarbone. That's all it did.
That's interesting. What I hear you saying is... So anyway,
so the aggressive package is only $25,000 for a 30-minute, 2 free ads included.
But wait,
there's more.
Did I tell you about the BTAs?
Oh my God!
I should cut right here and do something like make that, and then we'll edit it in. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do it.
All right.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Oh, and then when we said the thing, oh man, that was funny. That's good times. Good times, you guys. That was seamless. That was theater of the mind, is what I did just there. They've got
Broca.
Yeah, Broca. I surprised Broca. Actually, I don't.
Broca's back, baby.
We need to be careful. I think there's still legal gray areas where we can be sued.
Gray matter?
No, areas where we can be sued. And I don't want to be sued. Is the problem.
Sue me for what?
Hey, yo.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Yeah.
Sue me for what?
Oh, that's part
Rocky,
5.
yeah,
Rock
Rocky
5.
five.
Yeah, that's right. Was that John? That wasn't John Witherspoon that played. No, it was that guy that played the lawyer, the kind of Johnny Cochran type guy.
Oh, yeah.
He always played that character though. Touch me and I'll sue. But what?
What? What you can do? That was by far the worst Rocky movie.
Oh my God, where he has the street fight with Tommy Gunn in the street at the end, and he's got brain damage and everything. That's the whole the point of the movie. Is hey, Rocky's got brain damage now, getting pummeled for 25 years.
But he gets better then, and you see him like now in the Creed movies and stuff like that. And
I haven't watched a single one of those.
we're just talking about it at the bar. So I was trying to talk this girl out of getting married.
Oh, sure.
You know, she's getting married, and she wants one of the bands to play at the wedding. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Now, this motherfucker proposed to her, would give her a ring, but then take it back.
Oh, really?
Like, you can wear it for a little bit, but then I got to take it back or some shit.
Why do you
Like,
have to take it back to
he
Hawk?
didn't. No, I don't know what if he was taking
He was
it. Yeah,
only
if he was-
test driving it.
yeah, he was kind of just seeing if it fit or something. I don't know. No, I think he just didn't want her to lose it.
Oh, sure.
Makes sense. And I'm like, you're going to marry that dude? You know, how did he propose? And it was like really bad. I guess he didn't even really propose.
Well, he paused Too Fast, Too Furious. Right at the
Yeah, right. It's all right, the good spot.
And when I was bringing him his Code Red Mountain Dew, he
In
paused.
his hot pocket.
He paused Too Fast, Too Furious and said, "Hey, babe, next time go a little faster with the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I want you. Let's get married. I'm gonna let you have this for a little while.
I'm going to take it back.
Hold on to this for me for a sec.
Yeah.
This is the ring.
You
All
like
right.
it?
Yes. Okay. Why don't you hit play for me, babe?
Actually, she said that the first ring he got her was just like shitty, and she was like, she was talking herself out of this thing, and I was like, I'm serious, you know. I was like, unless this dude proposed to you, like Rocky proposed to Adrian, you know, like, I don't know if you got like anything for the next, 30, 40 years or so, but like if you wouldn't mind maybe getting married so much.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then she wasn't even listening to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Rocky?
That's when they were looking at the tiger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he takes her earmuff,
Yeah.
and then he does it
Yeah.
again. He like lifts the earmuff off.
Yeah, like you can't. What is that? Noise canceling
Yeah.
earmuffs. Yeah.
Like in Spaceballs when she's got she's listening to music, but it looks like the Princess Leia head buns.
Oh yeah.
She's-
What?
yeah.
Do they have Bluetooth earmuffs? They should.
They must. They have to.
They fucking better, because I was at a raffle or a benefit the other day, and they have a Bluetooth pillow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it do?
It plays music while
Do
you
your
lay
pillow.
on it.
Yeah.
It's a pillow.
I've seen that.
And we won Packer tickets.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, December 8th. So that was pretty good. I mean, we've been shelling out. We've been getting really, getting it up the butt with no Vaseline,
With all the
with the bar in the building, and
yeah.
fixing this and fixing that. Dude, like $7,000 worth of plumbing shit this month alone, and it's like about time we get something. You got Packer tickets.
Yay!
Are you gonna give them away now, or are you gonna
Hell
use them?
no, we're going. We're actually going to New Orleans on Sunday.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I knew that. That'll be fun.
that'll be a good time. Looking forward to eating some of that food.
Yeah. First time I had crawfish was down there. We drove over from Pensacola when I was in A school, and a bunch of us just hopped in the car one weekend and went over, and then woke up after getting there Friday night and partying until the sun came up. My buddy LaFaus and I got up early, like we got on like 2-3 hours of sleep, and then went back down to Bourbon Street looking for food. And we went to one of those old-timey Creole restaurants. The guys wearing the tux shirts and the bow ties and everything, and white linen. And these two scrubby-ass sailors staggering, probably just reeking of booze. But we wanted to try the food, and we got the plate, this giant plate of crawfish, and we didn't know how to eat them. Like, we're sitting there trying to break them open like a lobster. And so the waiter comes in, he's looking at us, he goes, "Oh, man." He's this old skinny black dude. He looked like Skeletor. And he said, "No, let me show you how to eat the crawdad."
Well, you should pull that apart.
Yeah, and pull it apart, and then you suck the head.
Did he eat one?
Oh yeah, he said he ate a bunch of them. I mean, we had this giant plate. It was this huge plate. Yeah, he just helped himself. Yeah. No, like this.
No,
He's
you're
just-
doing
he
it
did
wrong.
yeah.
I'll show you again.
Yeah.
Dude, you're eating all that shit.
5 or 6 more times. you'll have
Delicious
this
though.
time.
My God. And
Was
then
it?
we got the etouffee, and we got the what you call the gumbo course and all that stuff.
I was gonna dress up like Tom Cruise and interview with the
Lestat.
vampire. Yeah, Lestat. Get on the plane. I don't think that'd be weird.
Just sitting back, staring at people.
Yeah, the weird look.
Louis. Yeah, so Anyway, I think I got sidetracked. We were talking about brainstorming with you.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, well, what we should do is let's brainstorm. Let's come up with some premises that we can make funny podcast spots to open these things up. And then the next time you come over, we'll play them. And
Okay.
then we'll go over. So, I mean, but just like the first thing that came to my mind was like the premise, opera sluts.
The opera sluts.
Yeah, opera sluts. It just popped into my head, and so I don't know what opera sluts is. Is it a full premise for a sketch? Like it's opera sluts, or yo dog.
Opera groupies?
No, it's sluts, Dan. I just said it.
That's a nice way of saying.
No, because it's
sluts.
funny. It's funnier that way to say slut. Like, you don't think of opera and sluts together.
Okay.
And that's
Really?
what I was getting at. Are they groupie sluts, or do they just go to opera to cruise for whatever, or
Or are they the opera singer and they're the
just
sluts?
Yeah, or are they just sluts for opera? Like I'll do anything for an opera ticket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, is Puccini playing next week? I'll suck some dick for Puccini. You know I'm an opera slut, right?
Yeah.
Tosca's playing?
I took one up.
Shit.
I took one in the ass for Hamlet.
That's not opera, but I'll allow it.
Oh yeah.
Pavarotti.
What is it?
Hamlet's a play.
Oh, it's
Shakespeare.
isn't that the rap, or is that Hamilton?
Hamilton,
That's what I'm thinking.
which is also not opera, but it's close enough.
You gotta have the opera sluts are also opera snobs though. So when somebody's like, the three tenors, man, and they're like, child.
They only give
You
hand
don't know.
jobs for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, wait, no, that's,
If I can buy it in a Sam Goody,
that's like the opera boy band.
Yeah.
so opera sluts, or is that part of a larger premise like ill-advised porno names?
Yes.
Opera sluts. I don't know. Is that the premise, or is the funnier version? That they're actually just stupid. That they're just that slutty that they'll do anything for opera. And it could be men or women too. I mean,
Right.
It could be a dude. I think it'd be funny to do like a really butch dude too. Don't do like the stereotype gay guy. Oh my god. Do like a really butch dude. Yeah, so on the transmission shop.
Yeah. So when I get back off the big rig,
Yeah. I'm working that Leatherneck route down there in Beaumont, Texas.
I have to work my way up
I'll tell
back
you
up
what.
to New York.
All just so I got money. Go see that opera.
I'll suck some dick.
I
I know it.
did for some opera.
I don't care. I don't
Get-
care.
I don't care what you think of me.
I don't care. I'll bust your lip and suck your dick. That's funny shit.
I had an idea for one that I might record later today. I need a female voice though, and I was gonna go see if I get Robbie across the street to come over, just do a couple lines. But it's the dark storm. You don't remember do it like a nighttime call-in show. Yeah, baby, this is the dark storm. But it's a suicide hotline.
Oh.
She's like it's a woman calling. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Everything seems to be closing in on me, and I'm at the end of my rope. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, baby.
end of your rope, baby. Well, that ain't the only thing around here that's hung. You know? And just have it go on and on like that. We don't have like
Okay, next caller.
next caller.
That one
Next
didn't
caller.
work. Yeah, you just hear it.
The line just went
The
dead.
line just went dead. Okay, caller, you're on.
Yeah.
You're on.
I don't appreciate all this innuendo. Well, everything's an innuendo, if you know what I mean. And then have like the boss come in, like the supervisor. Yeah, we're gonna need you to get off the lines right now.
Yeah. Yeah, practices and standards just
Yeah.
called. They're shutting us down. You're going to jail. It
There's
turns
gonna
out
be-
you're actually making people kill themselves.
It's a lady.
Oh, hey, lady.
Well, you tell me what your problem is on the dark storm.
Oh shit. Does he assist then too? I'll come over after this.
No, he's there just to. It's like the ladies' man. Ooh, it's a lady. Mm.
That's great. That'd be a good one.
Or like a call-in show for like a food thing. Like you're calling me. I'm the host. You tell me about I don't know, like a gabagool. It's like talk to me like an Italian dish that you like to make. Okay, so we got Ryan from Northside Lacrosse calling in, and he wanted to talk about Italian food. Ryan, go ahead.
Right. So like, when I get in the kitchen, I'll be making the braciole, right?
Okay, braciole. I always pronounce that braccioli. That's so funny. Go ahead, Ryan.
So yeah, the braciole. Have you ever actually had braciole before?
I want to say that I have.
A braccioli or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I went to Fazoli's one time, and I think they had something similar. But go ahead.
Fazoli's, that's like egg noodles and ketchup.
Egg noodles and ketchup.
Sounds
That
good.
is amazing. So go ahead, Ryan. So tell me about the braciole.
Yeah, well, I made one last night, and it was good.
Well, how did you prepare it? What all went into it,
See,
Ryan?
the first thing you got to do is you got to slam that meat down and flatten her out.
Okay. Slam it with. What do you slam it with?
With the slammer.
With the slammer.
The mallet,
With
the meat
mallet.
tenderizer.
Yeah. And did you slam it good?
Slammed it
You
real
slammed
good.
it real good. Oh yeah. Okay. And what else? Did you rub stuff on it?
Yes.
Yeah. You rubbed on. What did you rub it with?
Some oils and salt.
Oils and salt. Okay. Yeah. I'm almost there. Keep going. Keep telling me.
That's very
The guy is he's like a freak.
Uh-huh.
And as I'm talking about that, I realize that like everything I do is informed by shit I watched on sitcoms in the 90s. I'm thinking about it. That actually happened on Friends.
That was a Dane Cook bit too. With
Oh, was
the
it?
Burger King drive-through.
Oh.
The pickle.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what. Because Monica was like doing a personal chef thing for this one guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so you're gonna wash the lettuce? Don't wash the lettuce. I like it dirty. I like the dirty lettuce." Oh. And she was like, he's getting off watching her cook. But I think it could still be funny.
Would be good. That's funny.
What might even be funnier if it wasn't like this, hey, Goomba doing his, hey, Vinny Boomba's doing the braccioli or whatever, but you do it like just a normal, like a little Midwestern lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like to make I like to use good imported Italian cheese. Oh, the cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. And what do you do with the cheese there, Marge?
I have to smother it all over.
Oh, you smother it, huh?
We're
That's what you
making
like doing. Yeah.
The meatloaf. Yeah, speaking of food, maybe you guys have we need to come up for the bar. I need to figure out like a Monday food special.
Okay.
So we were thinking like maybe doing like, steak and taters or something like that. But another bar right by us does that. Then we were thinking like meatloaf.
Monday's like a comfort food day.
Well, right. People don't want to cook. But then I was like, or do you do like Monday, the first Monday is meatloaf, second one is spaghetti and meatballs, third one's baked chicken, fourth one is something else, and you keep that going? Or do you just get one thing, and that's every Monday we just hammer out one thing?
Before I move forward, I think we should say that those of you who don't know, Ryan is owner of The Verse on the North. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Real early, right at the beginning.
Okay.
Bears repeating.
But remember we used to talk about like there's all these places in town that just do the same shit as everybody else.
Right.
And they you watch all these shows like Triple D with Guy Fieri or whatever, and you go to places and they have everybody has this thing that they're known for. And maybe that's how you could set it apart. Like maybe do like make a bunch of big pans of lasagna, like a big, those lasagnas that weigh 90 pounds in the pan.
Yep.
Serve it with a big fat hunk of garlic bread, and that could be your thing. You're known for the plate-sized piece of lasagna or whatever. Charge
Do we want
whatever.
to
you
open this up to the audience? Get some comments. Maybe get a prize for whoever comes up with the best idea.
Maybe.
We can see.
Or maybe we
if we
just
get
do
any
a
feedback on it. But the Meatloaf Monday.
Yeah, but again,
Monday.
there's another bar
Yeah.
that does that.
Oh,
Like and like Gus said, like I think doing something where it's not just
How about this?
plain Jane. I do like the lasagna one because
Or-
I do make a different type of lasagna.
You could, or that, or like a manicotti Monday. Nobody
Well,
makes
I was
manicotti
thinking
around here.
manicotti or like manja Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Just-
a manicotti Monday.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Whoa.
Christ! Stuffed shells, like
Yeah.
you just come up with some kind of Italian dish every Monday.
Yeah,
Could do that. We talked about doing that.
yeah,
The lasagna one would be really good
Go
though. I
on.
like that one.
yeah.
You know,
How do you make the
Tell me
lasagna?
more.
I make it kind of like everybody except I do put pepperoni
Nice.
and hard-boiled eggs.
Oh,
in
you
it.
told me about that. I've
Yeah.
been wanting to try that.
Yeah, I had one of my friends made it. I told him, he goes, said he liked it. He didn't really care to have the pepperoni in it. And I go, well, how much pepperoni did you put? And he was like, well, like every layer, I just like, stacked it like a whole
Yeah.
layer of. I was like, yeah, dude, that's overkill. Like I just put a few of them here
Yeah.
and there.
I made a lasagna the other night. My youngest daughter is vegetarian now, and she didn't. She seems like she's always accommodating us. Like if whatever we're eating, if we have meat in it or meat parts in it, she'll just have ramen or something. So I decided to make this whole thing, and I made a vegetarian lasagna. Holy Lord, was it good! It was so. I mean, I didn't even miss the meat. That's what she said. But it was a. The only thing that I missed was normally when you make the gravy, you can cook it down with the meat in it, so you
Right.
get that kind of collagen, that kind of really nice. So it was different, but you still cook it long enough. I used a little extra tomato paste and kind of made it, let it cook down with a lot of red wine.
Yeah.
So it got kind of real sweet almost. So and then some crushed red pepper and salt to give it a little bit. Anyway, but I sliced up eggplant and real thin and layered that in, and then sliced up zucchini, and then every other layer besides the noodles, put the zucchini cheese noodle sauce, blah blah blah, all the way up.
You can use zucchini for the noodles, right?
Yeah,
You-
but I'm
Just
not
go
a
with those big
psychopath.
honkers. That's pretty good.
Otherwise,
Pretty good.
maybe next one you can do like a white sauce with
Yeah.
kind of like carrots and broccoli,
Mm-hmm.
cauliflower. And
That's what's kind of nice about like Italian food or any kind of food other than American beef food. You can make some really good stuff with very little, particularly if, very little meat, very little with all the vegetables.
right.
Kind of like, I guess you'd call it peasant food in a lot of places, but when they perfect it and make it so good, I think that's what Italian food really excels at.
What kind of? I'm looking forward to this New Orleans trip.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure. Like I've been kind of looking around, seeing like
it's all about
It's like-
French food down there, man.
it's like
French and
Buzzard
Creole,
Billy's, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Find any of those places down there, that are not chain. Of course, they're going to be amazing. And if I was there pre-Katrina, so I don't even know what it's like down there now. But I remember we did end up during the daylight. We ended up in the 9th Ward. So the night before, we ended up there at night, and we promptly got the fuck out because that was scary. Go during the daytime.
yeah.
Lovely people though, really nice. It was really fun. But we found this place. It was like a trailer that was selling po' boys out of it.
Yeah, see that's
Dude.
that's what I'm talking about.
Just just find them. Just if you see them, when you're driving around on there down south. One of the things that blew my mind. I used to work down there in Georgia and Alabama, and you just stop at a gas station, and every little gas station out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt had a deli counter, or I guess a lunch counter of some kind. In the morning, they would have biscuits that you would gladly slaughter your parents for because they're so good, these biscuits. But then usually at lunchtime, they would have whatever specialty that whatever mama makes out and back, and it's going to be ribs or fried chicken or gizzards or something. But it was all good. So that's what when you get to New Orleans, look for that type of shit.
Yeah, that's
Just
what we were talking about, just asking, like, a bartender, like, where do the locals go
Yeah.
to eat? Because that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to go to this restaurant and this place. Like, I don't really want to go to all the tourist
Yeah. There's
spots. I'd rather, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's good if somebody's like, yeah, I know it's weird, but it's a gas station.
Yeah.
It'll blow you up.
There's a guy I talk about a lot on this podcast, Action Bronson. You know who he is? He's a rapper. He's a white rapper out of New York, but he's a big fat guy with this huge beard. And he's also a chef, and he does the show Munchies on YouTube, basically. And he did a trip to New Orleans, and that might be worth taking a peek at. This Munchies Action Bronson New Orleans. Just type that in, because he went to a few places that looked legit as fuck, man. I mean, and it wasn't, high-end French cuisine or whatever. Although there is a place for that. If you get a chance, there's a couple of them you should try. But I mean, this was like somebody's family lunch counter that they made, and you're gonna get shrimp and grits that'll knock your socks off, or some kind of etouffee. Everybody's got their own. And I bet you could eat in a different restaurant and order the same dish for all 3 meals in all different restaurants, and it wouldn't taste the same
Right.
down there. I mean, that's a great food city.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of talking about that, hoping that maybe that might spark something for our Monday dilemma of,
Sure.
but, ribs might not be a bad idea, too.
Yeah.
A big old sloppy rack of ribs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starving right now. I could totally go eat some ribs.
What's the, I wonder what you would have to charge, because I know, like, pork ribs especially, your margins aren't going to be incredible on that. You would have to charge quite a bit.
How much just one
Yeah,
rib?
one rib.
Put in my hand.
Yeah.
Can you break a 50?
Can you break 100?
No, there's not a lot of. There's really only the one place I know of that serves that Creole French food down in town here. So maybe that could be it. If you're on the north side, it's like a whole other world anyway. So we don't cross borders.
I could hear your ads could be. I guarantee.
Justin Wilson.
You could have like some Zydeco in the background. Melissa's there with the washboard.
Rockin' Sydney. Don't mess with my tutu.
Yeah. Dr. John.
Yeah.
So come on down. I guarantee.
That would be great. That might be the shtick right there.
Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is not that far away. I mean, really.
Come on down. That's great.
The verse. I mean, the verse. New Orleans is known for jazz, and you could be the Northside Zydeco.
Yeah, baby. That's funny.
I watched one of Bourdain's last shows he did down. He went to Louisiana for Mardi Gras, and he wasn't in the. It wasn't like Bourbon Street Mardi Gras. He went out to the sticks, like with the rednecks and how they do Mardi Gras out there, and these motherfuckers run around they get horses, and it's like it's like Oktoberfest, but so much more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because they're in a swamp, and it's raining and nasty, and there's thousands of these people that just go from house to house and farm to farm, and they do it on horseback, and they're riding full out on horsebacks, and they're just pounding beers the whole time. And they're all wearing these big bulky costumes and masks. Like I can't believe they don't have like 45 deaths a day during this thing, because they're just, and then the people that don't want to ride horses, they're too old or too drunk, they just start piling them into these big hay wagons, and that's how they do. They call it it's not I mean, it's Mardi Gras, but it's like Bayou Mardi Gras. No, Creole Mardi Gras, Cajun Mardi Gras, 'cause that's the Cajun country out there, and it's the that's how they do it. I mean, and it's insane. These guys, by like noon, they're so drunk. Everybody's like falling off the horses and falling into mud pits and just
having a good old time.
And it's only men. The women don't do it. It's crazy. They're talking about going on the run or something. And every place you stop, like everybody's it's like understood that when the crew comes through, you're supposed to give them all beer. So everybody loads up on just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases of beers in these places. And so then the whole crew comes in on their horses and shit and wrecks your yard and wrecks your,
And they get beer for free?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's great.
And somehow this has to do with the crucifixion of our Lord. But I don't know. Seems a bit of a stretch to me, but who am I to judge?
Right, they probably just needed something to make it okay.
Yeah.
Now listen, Betty, I'm going on the run. It's for the crucifixion of the Lord. You just stay here and keep cooking. We'll be back.
This is how I grieve. Okay.
Yeah, this is how I grieve.
Yeah, you just keep cooking.
Take care of the kids.
We'll be back around 6 o'clock.
The way they talk, and they've got those real thick Cajun accents too, because they're getting more and more drunk. And there's this one guy, he's so shit faced by the end, he's just laying in the mud. Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras. He's like Bobby Boucher. Everybody sounds like Bobby Boucher.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's funny you said that because long ago, my ex-wife used to do a lot of like pen pal type shit. She'd get on like these forums, and meet people on there. Well, there was this couple from way down south, from Cajun country, and they were coming up for something else, but we ended up meeting up with them. And yeah, that dude was just trying. You couldn't understand a fucking lick out of this cat's mouth. Older dude. So, what do? We made the mistake of going, let's go to the Cajun restaurant in town.
Jesus.
So we took him over there.
What, Buzzards?
Yeah,
oh,
and
God.
he's just sitting there. He's like, really? Well, then he orders a steak. And then just basically bitches the whole meal that he eats it all, but then just says like how it's not cooked right.
Mm-hmm.
He's yelling at us. Why would you even take us over to something like this? Yeah, I eat this food all the time. I wanted something different, And so I think I had a gig or something and had to leave, but he ended up, this dude ended up just straight up fucking getting his meal for free.
Oh, my God.
One of those guys.
Oh, I hate
so
that.
terrible.
It's
I
like
ate the
so
whole
tacky.
thing.
Oh, yeah, it sucked, but I ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
I can't stand that when you see someone obviously working and the plan there is just to work down the management, because ultimately that's going to be the manager you're dealing with. Some poor bastard that's making $9 an hour really give a fuck if they comp you your meal. For me, it would be on principle. Oh, you ate it. You ate it. Fuck off.
Right. And my job ain't worth that.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
And fuck you too, Wayne. I quit. Well, what I thought was, what struck me as like just really odd was we were the ones that were paying for the meal.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. So who cares?
So now not only did you like insult us the whole time, now you make us look like shit. We're in our hometown. Every time we'd go back, they're like, oh great, here's the couple with the guy that got the free meal.
You're just looking at the waitress.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. I think I ended up just like
I'm just gonna go.
I think I ended up paying for it anyway.
Pull him off to the side.
Come
and
here, Watson.
here's a good tip.
Here's a 20 for
Guy's
you.
an asshole.
There's an asshole. We're gonna leave him here.
I was in Macon, Georgia with this guy. You ever been to Carboni? No, what's it called? It's not Carboni. Anyway, it's not TGI Fridays, but it's still a chain, and it's Mexican or it's Italian food.
Okay.
But it's like an Italian steakhouse type. Their steak restaurant. So you get the really good cuts of meat, and you're paying a little more for it. But the pasta's really good and everything. And I wish I could remember this guy's name. He is one of the singular characters I've ever come across in my life. Horrible racist, born and bred in Alabama. But he was everything about this guy. It's like the whole world was out to get him at all times. So we're sitting at this restaurant, and I'll remember the name of it like in an hour. And somebody had a birthday, and the whole staff comes out and they sing happy birthday, and he's sitting there. We're sitting at the bar, and he's like, God damn, I wish somebody would try to come out and sing me happy birthday. Like, he was mad. He was so mad that somebody just the idea of them coming out and embarrassing somebody. I would punch a motherfucker in the face. Somebody try come say, I wish they would try. I wish they would try. And then, so then the menus, we order our drinks, and he ordered Budweiser or whatever, and which is fine. I'm not a total beer snob, but this is a nicer restaurant, and so we ordered wine. Wine? You won't drink that wine for? And I've never understood that. It was, hey, wine fuck you up, quick, fast, and in a hurry. But anyway, so he's poo-pooing on that we're drinking wine, and then the menu comes, and it's like he had never seen anything but hamburgers on a menu before. Like, he was completely blown away. And I don't think he was doing a bit. I think he was honestly confused by this menu. Like, I just don't get it. What is all this on? I just want, where's the hamburger? Like, he starts yelling because the waitress, she's some 16-year-old chick. Well, sir, our specials are pork medallions smothered in a balsamic reduction, served with asparagus and fingerling potato. Yeah, where's the hamburger? It was like,
I'm sorry, am I not speaking English here?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta speak. I ain't got, y'all ain't speak English over here. Yeah, like it was like one of the most embarrassing moments and of course, and then he doesn't tip her, and so that was one of those where I went back in after and like gave her extra. Like, I went back to the hotel because the hotel was right next door. We said our goodbye, see you in the morning at work, and then I went back in, ordered one drink from her, and and tipped her like $50. Just, I was like, listen, so sorry about that guy. I don't know what his deal was. Like, it was this your first time in the big city, Jethro? Jesus Christ.
That's great.
I don't know. I ain't never wore shoes before.
Where is the hamburger?
Yeah.
And he probably wants it well done.
Oh, yeah.
No cheese on it. That's the funny thing at the bar. We'll get like people that come in and they'll be like, okay, I need, we'll get 5 cheeseburgers, one with this, but make sure this one's medium and this one. I'm like, dude, it's a flat top over here, Cap. All the burgers are coming out one way or another. They're all coming out the same.
I ain't back here hand grinding and patting your
right.
Hang, it's gonna be a while. I gotta let the beef rest.
Yeah. So I usually just ask people, like, you want it all the way done or a little pink?
Yeah.
Most people want it. Yeah, little pink's fine.
Yeah.
Good, because that shaves about a minute off the cooking time.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Grant, who loves his steaks well done. He's not allowed to go to the Texas Roadhouse anymore. Every time. We know it's coming. We try every time we're out with him. It's Grant, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not going to do it this time. No, I'm not going to do it now. Okay, sir.
Do
how
it,
would you
send
like
it
your
back.
steak? Well done.
Well done, please.
No, stop. You're ruining. Ruined. It's ruined.
Yeah.
I can't even eat here. Your steak
Well,
is ruined.
he's actually providing them a really good service by doing that, because that's how they get rid of the shit meat they have in the bag.
They've just got the well done people.
Yeah,
rack
that's
of
literally what they
totally.
do. It's
Yeah.
like, so you get the cuts that maybe have a little extra gristle in them, or they're cut kind of weird, or maybe they've been sitting around a little long. They wait for people to come in and order them well done, and they just burn the piss out of them. Here you go.
There you go.
Bon appetit.
Meanwhile,
Wow,
mine's got
enjoy.
webs on the inside.
Yeah, that's literally what they do. You should
Well,
read.
I'll let him know then.
Mine's
Yeah.
still breathing a
Yeah.
little bit.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this because now we just encouraged him.
You should read Kitchen Confidential. He spills all the secrets on what they do, like never order fish on a Monday, that type of thing, because in those
It's all
restaurants,
left
yeah,
over.
yeah, it's all left over from specials and stuff, and probably a little gamey. Yeah,
Yeah. It's like movie Waiting.
yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Uh huh. The bat wing.
Yeah, the goat. That's so. Oh my god.
So vain.
I went to my wife worked for Embry-Riddle University down in Fort Worth. She was an admission. She was like just an assistant in the office there, and they had their Christmas party at I want to say it was called like K3 Steakhouse in the Stockyards in Fort Worth. And Stockyards, Fort Worth, this is beef country. This like that place. They literally do a cattle drive through the streets every day, and it's not for show. They move the cows from one end of the downtown area, old downtown, to the other, and it's cowboys on horseback and everything. So I mean, this is like real meat beyond there. They're cooking on mesquite fire in the back, and everybody there. I ordered a Kansas City strip, and this thing is like 4 inches thick and as big as my head. So good. And I ordered it medium rare, and the women that worked in that office with my wife were so incensed that I would order a meat that was still pink on the inside. Don't it taste like blood? I bet you live in Texas. How can you not know how to eat a steak? If that's how you like it, fine. That do you? But don't. I mean, this was like a $50 piece of meat I just ordered.
Right.
I don't want them to burn the shit out of it, and and they're sitting there with these well done steaks that they're paying $50 for, drenching them in A1, salt and pepper, and then it was just, God, you guys. It was on the bill went to the school because it was the Christmas party, and so it came out to some stupid, almost $1,000 for like 9 people. It was crazy. Yeah.
And a $20 tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
At the old bar, we had a party from Train there. It was like $600 bill,
Mm-hmm.
and these dudes left a fucking $30 tip.
Yeah.
It's like, really? It's like 5%, dude. Not even.
Well, come on, you guys. You're all engineers. Don't one of you have a slide rule or something? Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's like somebody carries a calculator with them.
I
at all
think
times.
yeah. And then it's weird like that too, because it's always it was like all the engineers and shit. So they do it. Well, then all the fucking grunts that all like have to actually do the physical labor over a train. They had their party, and their bill was like $250, but then they tipped us like $100 too.
Yeah.
It's always that type of deal.
Mhm.
It's
That's
like
the ones who
people that have
understand. They get it, and they're the ones that just don't have a clue. But in their defense, maybe they thought, because a lot of places will do that, they just add the gratuity in on top already.
Yeah, well,
you're still expected to tip something, but you've already built a little bit in.
well, that was the party that we actually then turned around and did, where we turned around and did that, like 18% or whatever is going to be tacked on.
Yeah.
After your bill is so much already.
I'm certain that the Midwest, that whole, like, if you have more than 8 people at your table, we're adding tip, was started here in the Midwest, where we're already cheap asses when it comes to tipping. Like, I had somebody tell me once, I generally tip a solid 10%. And I don't know about after this meal that I've had. I'm sorry, I stopped listening when you put the word solid and 10% together in a sentence. Like,
For a tip,
I no longer give a fuck about your
When I was a kid, that's what it was, 10%.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but shit was cheaper back then, too.
Yeah.
Now it's jumped up to 20,
Yeah, yeah.
which is crazy, and you see it. I see it all the time at the bar. You get the guy that always comes in, drinks a shit ton, and then leaves you $1. And then we
Sorry
have,
about that, by the way.
yeah, no, and then we got there is this one couple that comes in there. They become actually really good friends of ours, and it's even weirder because they're you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
We hang out too, but no matter what, man. I mean, unless they just have like one and done, it's at least $10 tip. I mean, they've had an $8 bill and gave us a $10 tip. And then if they have like a $30 bill, it's a $20 tip. And I'm always like, you guys, all right, you don't want to have to keep tipping us. No, that's how we do it. And I'm like, okay, you're getting a really good Christmas present this year.
But then like you guys start falling out a little bit, or that's how you can tell if there's something that's bothering them.
Oh yeah, the tips start coming down.
So $5, huh? Is everything okay?
Yeah, that dude's like, here, call this number. Suicide.
Oh yeah.
What is the Black Storm?
The Dark Storm.
The Dark Storm.
I haven't been able to tip my favorite bartender.
Was it just the tip?
Yeah, just the tip. Well, this one dude, like,
What?
he would, oh man. And that's the other thing about the bar, like, when you serve food, you just see, like, this massive amount of gluttony going on.
Oh my God.
Fuck. Like, this one guy comes in, so we have half off burgers on Wednesday,
Yeah.
which is a
good
good deal. I mean, and we go through a lot of them. You know, we'll do, anywhere from 30 to 40 burgers all day.
I recommend half price burgers on Wednesday at the Verse Bar and Grill on the North Side, and I think everybody should partake of that.
Did you know that they're half price on
Yeah,
Wednesday
I think
at
that's
the Verse
awesome.
Yeah.
Bar and Grill?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
On
interrupt
Roast.
you.
No,
I
it's okay.
was so excited about
No,
the half price
it is
burger.
half price, but if you want an extra patty on the burger, the extra patty is full price. Well,
Oh,
this one
okay.
dude used to come in twice. He'd come in the afternoon, and before we were running the show, they were just allowing this extra patty to be half price. So this dude would get 2 third-pound patties on a bun with all the shit on it,
Yeah.
cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions, all that stuff. And it would literally be like $6 or something like that,
Yeah.
versus it should be like $12 or whatever,
That's a bargain.
Yeah. So then he got super pissed off, and I'm like, and then he'd come back later too. So he'd come in the afternoon, get a $6 double, come back at night, get another $6 double, and then go like shit 5 times in the back. No wonder we got plumbing issues. And he was the one where I even said, I was like, I bet it's that dude clogging in my toilet.
Dude just cracked the bottom of the toilet.
Yeah.
The first person to ever get banned from going to the bathroom at a bar. No,
No.
go home.
But that's crazy, man. Just see like how many times this guy goes in there. But yeah, he got all pissed off then when I was like, "Hey, man, like I know we honored it, but we can't do that. So, it's half off burger, but if you want an extra patty, it's
Yeah.
the full price of that patty. It's
Which is still what, $9 is what the total would be if it's a $6 burger where you can pay two extra bucks for a patty.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then like $1.50 extra for fries with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so now he doesn't get the extra patty though. It's a little too much for him.
Well, sure, I could see that.
It's rich for his blood.
Yeah.
And he's
his
got money
Diabetes laden blood.
too. Oh man.
Thinning it out too much. Now, we had when I worked at Howie's forever and a day ago, there was a guy that always come in every day, and he would get his bucket of PBRs, and he would just sit at the bar and drink it. It was like $5 for PBR, 6 PBRs for $5. Then the bar sold, and someone came in that actually had a mortgage on it and needed to make some money, and he's like, well, that's ridiculous. The price of this beer is like 80 cents a bottle. I'm like, I'm not giving it to you for cost.
Yeah.
So he just changed the price, and this guy lost his mind. And granted,
yeah.
he looked like he got hit by the bus instead of rode the bus there. But he's like, well, I'm never coming back here again. And I'm like, oh,
Well,
okay.
bye.
All you do is sit here and stare at bartenders all night anyway. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. Like it's the bar business is it's a hard business, and it's hard for a lot of reasons, obviously. But like, dude, like seeing coughing, seeing like just people straight up drink a shit ton all the time. It's like, oh man,
That's got to be kind of hard too, especially when you see the same people, and I don't make any judgments. I mean, I like to drink, but when you walk, you walk into a bar in the morning. I used to deal with a lot of bars when I was selling radio, and that's when they do the business was in the mornings.
Yep.
You know that. But you see the guys in there, guys and women, just tying one on, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yup.
line up those tall boys. It's I got,
$2
I got to take the
Bush
shakes off
latte.
before I go to work.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
second shift.
There's a handful of people that, the older you get, just kind of looking around just makes you wonder, like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, man?
Uh-huh.
Like, all these people, I'm supposed to trust half of them with my life and shit. And they're in there, man. They're drinking. Well, time to go to work. Like, dude, you just sucked down 5 fucking silos.
You know they operate heavy machinery.
Yeah. Oh,
Got to get to the punch press over at the factory. Jesus Christ.
So he's already
And
only
they
got
go
like
to-
8.5
They go to
fingers.
my bar just to get plowed to go work at their bar or something. I don't want Mary Sue to see me drinking this early.
The school bus is idling outside. Well, them kids are getting off.
Those kids gonna be late
Them
today.
little bastards.
You used to come out with me when I was in West Salem. That was half the business out there was bartenders from other bars being at your bar before they had to go work. And
Yeah.
when you were done, you'd go over there.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was a perk of traveling around selling ads and shit.
Mhm.
Because I think we were smart. Like, you get all these bars. Remember, we'd have to go brainstorm
Well,
somewhere
yeah.
and go get some lunch.
Well, if
Quote,
I was,
quote,
4 hours
brainstorm.
later, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna make it back to the office. My car's stuck in Galesville or something.
well, if I was gonna do that, I knew for a fact I wasn't going back to work. If we were gonna do our brainstorming sessions,
Yeah,
um,
good old Adams Street.
yeah,
pub.
Adams Street Pub.
Or laying on the bar. At, what's the one under the viaduct?
Oh, bottoms up.
We're
Jesus
just like
Christ.
we're the only ones in there at like
Oh man,
noon on a
what
Friday. We're like, why did I
that-
schedule? I'm gonna call this client before I have one more.
that was October. That first Oktoberfest we worked. I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, because we were like the last 3 standing for that one. It was like me,
Jeez.
you, and Melissa. Remember Emily?
Mhm.
Were you with us when she
Oh,
just
she threw up all over the place.
Yeah,
yeah. It was,
twice.
that was over at Sloopy's,
Yeah, but then she
and then we came back.
came back and
She yacked in
she
the
was
parking
in
lot.
the parking lot by the Rivoli.
Yeah, then we took her
And
up
it
and
was
laid her
funny
under her
'cause she-
desk.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, she didn't even like there was just no warning.
No warning.
There's no nothing. It's
She's
not
just sitting
like-
there, and she
it's
just
like-
stood up, walked outside, and
just kept walking like it
yelling at her
didn't happen.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn. And then kept drinking too.
Yeah.
She was a trooper.
Yeah, well, that day, so she had to go. She went and laid down under her desk because she had to drive out. Her family is from like out in the Wisconsin Dells area. She had to go take family pictures.
Oh shit.
That person was a physical phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like you ever eat a hamburger with her? Like
Oh,
at-
it took be
at the
gone in
Crow or something,
9
and
seconds.
Like she lays it down and just boom,
Yeah.
gone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
She's
I thought I could pack it away, but
she was nice, kind of quirky though, Like,
Yeah.
Then he had the other assistant that we had. Like, quit looking at my chest. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to say her name
No.
just in case, but she was a nice girl.
Very nice.
I haven't seen her for a while. I wonder how what old Red's working over there.
Well. Yeah.
also shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
Remain.
Yeah. That's I don't know if I want to get into that.
That's
Don't worry, bud.
Part,
It'll
Yeah.
come.
part 2.
Hey, you just gotta get it'll happen for you, man. It's just gonna
Just keep
happen.
your chin up.
I,
Psychopath.
one of the many people that spy on that place for me still told me about the spec selling thing at annual
Yeah.
sales conference they had. That it was the same presentation he did last year, every single time. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm not smart.
yeah. I just went to jail, started selling radio. Whatever.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You had,
Give the whole
yeah,
life
'cause I was
story.
like, wait, I didn't see. Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
it's a
We,
spec
we-
selling
yeah.
seminars,
Yeah.
45 minutes long, and 30 of it was the backstory.
Yeah.
The superhero,
Yeah,
like,
so
we gotta
this is
catch you up.
me.
Yeah,
You know. And then I put on the cape and started selling specs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every time. Just
Anyway,
look
so
around.
what else you got going on? I heard. Let's see. You did a show with Slow No Wake, which
Yep.
is your yacht rock band,
Yep.
and you lost one of your keyboard players. Is that correct?
Yeah. So now we're just an all dude band.
Is it?
Yeah. Which is fine. Lisa's got a lot of stuff going on, and I
Yeah.
think for her it was just a little more high stress.
Did her husband stay on board?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So right now we're in the midst of cooking up a new batch of tunes
Sure.
that we change the show up a little bit. That way can kind of accommodate just having one
I'm
keyboard
sure you
player.
hear this all the time. Hey, dude, you should do this song. You should do
Yeah.
that song. I'm not going to do that, but I had an idea. What I like when I hear a good cover tune is when somebody takes the cover tune and makes it kind of their own. When it makes it, a whole new thing. What if you took other songs and did like a genre bend into yacht rock?
Sure, like Enter Sandman or something
Yeah,
like that.
wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, don't make the whole set. I mean, that would get real cheesy
Like a
real
medley,
quick.
though. Yeah.
Remember when Pat Boone did that with Pat Boone Does Metal or something?
Oh,
did you
shit,
do that?
yeah.
Did he actually think he did do Enter Sandman? Enter light. Or
the,
exit
the
light.
Richard
Enter night.
The Richard G's they do the crooning, but it was like System of a Down.
Yeah, whatever, something like that. But I mean, he did like one or two, and I'm trying to think of a really good one. But I mean, like for instance, when 311 covered "Love Song" by The Cure, and they kind of turned it into that kind of reggae sound that they have, that was really good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The thing about bands is you have too many cooks in the kitchen type of deal, and it's like I kind of keep telling these guys to like yes, phase one was pretty strict yacht rock,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, we can play fucking any song we want, maybe bring it up, like maybe we take a song and kind of just mash it into more of a yacht rock
Smooth
style.
out, bye.
Yeah. Turn the smooth fader up on the mixing board.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do that in what was it? Remember, yacht rock. What is it called? The Yacht Rock Show or whatever on YouTube. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's like 10 years old. It's what kind of started the whole movement. And it's like these dudes playing like Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald and and so they show like a scene where Michael Jackson or whatever is in the studio and they're like doing something, but like the song is like real heavy and they're like, no, man, you got to turn the smooth fader up. So on the mixing board is actually a fader and like goes up. Tell me why. It goes into like total smooth version of what they were doing.
Well, I wonder if you could do like other songs, because that kind of genre is primarily 70s, early 80s, maybe.
Yep.
If you did other songs from different genres from that era, like the Bee Gees, "Staying Alive," in the style of yacht rock.
Yep.
Calypso, this little steel drum maybe, or everybody's
Yeah,
sort of in the groove.
Well, it's like I said, it's like the whole thing is like apples, but it doesn't. You don't have to just be an apple. I mean, you can make apple pie, apple turnover.
Sure.
Keep the main ingredient, just branch it out. Because I actually wanted to do like some Bruno Mars and there's a lot of shit that's yacht rock, and that's kind of what we're looking at. Like, I think one of the guys had a pretty good like analogy of saying, well, certain songs should sound like we're on the yacht.
Yeah.
You're docked on the yacht. Then certain songs should sound like we're at the club. That
Caribbean Queen.
right, like the old Miami 80s.
Yeah. Miami Sound Machine, man.
4-day long coke binge type of,
Smoking lasers.
Yep, smoking lasers for sure.
I mean, because that. Well, you're already doing the air tonight, so there's your Miami Vice, your Miami Vice connection.
Mm-hmm.
But you could add in some salsa, some kind of the Latin flavor. You got Gomez,
Gloria
for fuck's
Estefan.
sake.
Yep. Well, I wanted to do. I think we're gonna like "Come and Get Your Love" by Redbone.
Yeah, man.
I was like, dude, just listen to the Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy soundtrack, and we just do all those tunes.
It would be right in your brand.
Right, Redbone. That song's a shit.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another one, "Something About You" from Level 42.
How's that go?
There's just something about you. No, I
Oh,
can't
it's
sing the
not-
middle
Yeah,
part
sure.
because it's
I
all
gotcha, I
like
gotcha.
high
Uh huh.
high end shit. and I don't sing it very well.
Yeah. Or you just do a hard pivot right in the middle of your show, and start doing like old school Waylon and Willie, or like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, technically, so like, but then I was saying like, so Home Sweet Home wouldn't be doable. It's not.
but you talking about like what Poison or whoever?
Motley
Motley
Crue.
Crue, yeah. And I'm on my way.
Yeah,
that would
that's
actually-
it's not like overly heavy, and it's.
The glam rock.
I guarantee you, when that song fucking
Dude,
came out,
people would-
people were on their yachts,
Yeah.
getting shit faced.
If not their yacht,
I love listening
yeah.
to this new Motley tune, man.
Yeah.
Fuck
That'd be
yeah.
fine. I don't see. I mean, and seeing as it appears that you're asking my permission, granted.
Well, no, I'm just asking,
yours.
like, what do you think? You know,
No, that's a good one.
I think that song would be killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Absolutely. I mean, that especially in this area, that genre, that 80s just hair band genre. I mean,
Yeah.
those are the people that go out and they pay, whatever absurd ticket price for what's the tribute band, the 80s
Oh,
Hairball.
Hairball, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and those
they're-
dudes make a shit
Yeah,
ton
they
of
do.
money.
I
Holy
mean,
fuck.
Yeah.
it's a solid amount of money. It's like $25 a ticket, or you go see Chris Young at the center or something for that much. But yeah, I don't know who that is. It's a country singer person. Big deal.
Was he the guy that played? Holy shit! Did you guys see that?
He's the country Shinedown for this area.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah. What's the one? Royal Bliss.
Yeah.
That always. I was like, dude, these dudes
I
dudes playing lacrosse so much. They're starting to be a local band.
I gotta play you that spoof I made, dude.
Oh, I
When we're
can't
done
wait.
with this, I'll play it for you.
I think it's funny too because I've been noticing a lot more video content from that company.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been a big. Well, I'll fill you off air. I'll fill you in. On a
Oh,
lot
you
of
got-
that. Oh, I
yeah.
got the dirt. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, I have not just one, not just two, but many people that tell me what go on in there still.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Yeah.
talking to you right now. I'm talking to anybody who might be listening from over there. I know it all.
We know you subscribe. We see your IP.
Yeah, we know.
Are they listening right now?
I don't know. We'll
Just
see.
Hate listen. Oh,
Yeah, they just hate
God.
listening, figuring out a way to crush
I'll
us,
listen to this
crush
so
the little
hard.
guy. That's what they do now.
So as soon as this gets done, and be like, those motherfuckers.
yeah.
I think it was brilliant what you guys did with the geofence.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. That was so fun.
Shit. Just imagine that, like,
That was
you
so
know,
cheap,
like,
too.
fuck.
Where do you want to do? Just one room.
Just one room.
One room.
Yeah.
Is it like a big room? I mean, it's medium, but just that room.
Just
If
that
anybody's
main-
wondering, okay,
Like, we could maybe do this tower over here. No, just that room.
I think we should explain. They had their annual sales conference over in the Wisconsin Dells, and Dan and I are petty little fucks, and we spent not a lot of money, like pennies, to draw an invisible fence around the ballroom they hold their party in, and just this obnoxious little display ad that I made,
The worst.
the worst display ad to pop up on all their phones, over and over and over again.
PowerPoint created
Yeah.
in about
So where,
37 seconds.
but how does it pop up? Like if they're on Facebook or something?
Anything.
Any app
And
that
and it was
is
on a
part of the-
we did it on a Sunday when everybody was looking at fantasy football, all that stuff. So those ads that just come up when you're looking at
Yeah,
it.
the
That's
ones that like wait that extra second
Mhm.
when you're about to tap on that quarterback to maybe get the
Oh,
hot
yeah,
note, and all of a
yeah.
sudden it goes
Pops
boop,
up.
and you're
You're
like,
like, God
ah,
damn it."
thanks for the free
and our ad said
clicks."
something stupid. Tell them get Gus and Dan sent you. I mean, it was every
Tell Large Marge
Finger
it's
guns.
coming.
Finger guns.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was so bad. But that one day that it ran, and we got residual hits on our website for days, and like our percentage for website hits went up exponentially in 2 days. So like our Google rating went up. It was a win-win for us.
I had to
Perfect.
put my phone
Did
away
you?
because every time somebody goes to our website, I get an opportunity. It notifies me to
Yeah.
go and see if I want to chat with them. I had to throw my phone away. I gotta do fantasy old school
Yeah.
on a computer today.
Yeah. So if anybody's out there listening, it works. If you want to know, you give me a call.
Highly targeted audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gus at stratagemmarketing.com or Dan at info at stratagemmarketing.com.
Do that one.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
There's only one M though.
So I'm assuming though, like some of the lacrosse area people knew that was your guys's.
Oh, they all know.
They all know.
It's
right?
been yeah. We were one of the people over there told me that we come up in sales meetings over there now. Like you are not to talk to these guys. I've even heard rumors that it's been stated that we're actually considered competition, which is amazing.
Flattering.
Very flattering. And that the goal has always been, and you remember this, was always to put everybody else out of business. All the business for me and none for you.
Right.
Well, now they're naming names and going after specific companies, and ours is one of them. So, good luck, motherfuckers. You can't get blood from a turnip, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
bye.
Well, bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah. It's the fucking crazy shit, man. Like, I was just thinking about it this morning. Melissa and I, it was 1 year ago last night. Halloween was our last day at that place.
Was it?
Yeah, because November 1st was our first day at the fucking shithole on the south side.
Well, that's right, because your going away party was the
That was
bingo.
the cup, because we won.
Oh,
the
that's
cup.
right. We had
And then
like
they're
rock and roll
like,
bingo or some shit.
Oh my god, just stupid.
Your party. That was
oh, thanks for all the shit you've done. See ya.
Yeah.
Well, bye.
well.
And then just to
bye.
turn around and not bash us once, bash us twice
On air.
on air.
Oh, they talked so much shit about you guys when you left too, in
I
meetings
bet.
and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Fill me in with some of that
I will.
shit.
We don't need to get on with that now.
But yeah. Oh, before I forget though, you guys, next time you get over, we're making going back to the food thing at the bar. We're doing like just experimenting. So we got like homemade jalapeno poppers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But who would have thought putting raspberry jam on that shit would turn it into just delicious. And
Spread it.
oh, you're gonna like this one. And we do like a meat and cheese stick.
Yeah.
And,
What kind of meat?
So we do pastrami and pepper jack, ham and mozzarella, roast beef and cheddar.
All right. Okay.
Rolled up in a wonton
Yeah.
egg roll, deep fry 'em. It's like a big old meat cheese log.
I'm wanting some of that.
I wonton some of that.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, let me know. Like, text me if you can think of any cool apps. You know what I mean?
Apps and zerts.
Yeah. It's like, hey, make one of these ones.
Yeah. Kristen makes these makes good crab rangoons.
Yeah, that's the other thing we were talking about, trying to perfect.
Yeah.
What's in it? Isn't it just like crab meat?
It's
and
cream cheese and she has a special secret ingredient she uses in hers. The first ingredient, of course, is love. But then there's other stuff. The rest
there's
is
some laugh
the
in
rest.
there too.
The rest is MSG.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this shit is good.
Yeah, it's the flavor enhancer. Well, cool, man. Well, it is. We've been doing this for an hour and a half already. It goes right
So-
by.
Yep.
We're gonna, because I think I'm gonna have to move my car soon.
Everything in lacrosse revolves around how long your vehicle can be in one spot.
Yeah,
You're
right.
fine. You got the 3 hours spot right now, not the 2 hour spot.
Yeah.
So you got at least another 45 minutes or so.
Hang on a second. I got a missed call
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna continue to narrate while these two check their texts because it's been an hour and a half.
Is 920 Milwaukee?
It is. It is. Hi, this is Jack calling about your car's warranty. God,
Oh,
get-
well,
God, who I
that's
thought
my
that was
that's
gonna
my
be.
personal number that they're calling. So.
Well, they called my personal number too.
Oh, okay. We'll have to check that out.
Fucking
Anyway,
Jack.
so Ryan, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Will you when we get this up, will you share this on your
Yep.
social and everything? Because
Absolutely.
you and I. Do you remember calling me? How clear is that phone call? Do you remember calling me at like
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning?
You can't see the look, but it just dawned on him. Oh shit, we did have that conversation.
Yeah, but I can't remember what we were talking about.
It was a lot of this. The big plans we have for the podcast and how we're gonna take over there was a lot of delusions of grandeur because I had been drinking as well.
Oh, I was fucking hammered.
I wasn't as drunk as you were, dude.
I got an idea.
No, it's because I should have done this at the top. Because let's face it, there's gonna be like 9 people that hear this right away. I hope there's more. I really do. I think we're gonna get more. I'd like to acknowledge the people that help us out along the way, and you may not realize it, but you helped us out so much when we first started here, and this was almost a year ago already. You know, getting close to it when we moved into these spaces. I walked over to Ryan's bar over at the South Side when he was in there. And I said, "Hey man, I need a favor." And he goes, "Oh," and the way you turned and looked at me when I said it, I was like, "Oh, you need me to sell you some weed?" I thought that's what that's what. Like, no, it wasn't like that. It was. I said, "I need a table. We need something to work off." Before the words were out of my mouth, he spun on his heel and he was like, "Come on," and he just handed it over, gave me a table to use, and it kind of sucks because it was shortly after you guys got kicked out of there when all that shit happened. I had just given you that table back. If I'd just hung on to it another week, we could have just kept it. But
there was so much shit in there I should have.
But I just want to acknowledge that that type of ride or die mentality of helping out your friends, it does not go unappreciated with us, and that's the type of thing that we're trading on right now. The kindness of people that want to help build us up, and just that little gesture meant so much to us, and thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And I know I've told you this in the past, one-on-one, but hopefully some more people will hear this, that you're kind of a stand-up dude, when you're not, especially when you don't have the molesto stash.
Yeah,
going on.
I know. I don't know if I want to cut it off.
Well, you know what?
I might. Maybe I'll give it a week.
You're not gonna be able to pick the kids up from school with that.
What the hell?
Excuse me, officer. I believe that guy should be 400 yards away.
Yeah.
So
funny. Yeah, no problem. Well, thanks for having me on.
If you see somebody, if you hear of anybody else that maybe thinks I think it would be fun to have Jesse Gomez in to do this sometime.
Yeah,
I don't know him that well, and I think it'd be kind of fun to get to know somebody, in this format.
Yeah.
Do you know him very well, Dan?
No, not really.
Well, I can bring it up to him.
I mean, it'd be fun.
I can get one of the guys at the bar that you can't understand. That would be a lot of fun.
Call me up. All right, guys. He's at his fifth silo.
I'm dropping him off.
Yeah. With the mobile equipment now.
His Uber's pulling up for
But that's a good point. We can do all of this on site. Yeah. So if you ever want, maybe we could do that sometime. Do that from your place.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Have a cocktail or two while we do that.
That might be a good idea. We can then we can discuss.
Yeah.
We can maybe do like a sip and talk.
Yeah.
Like we'll try some different.
Yeah.
Some different concoctions.
Yeah. That would be good. Well, you'll be driving.
I will.
Yeah. Dan doesn't drink. Sweet. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
The looks of judgment. Don't judge me.
No, somebody's gonna do that.
Yeah.
Soon. Judge you, that is.
Well, there's our music.
There's our music kicking in. All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.